Hey YouTube, I tried to do this video yesterday. Bugs were getting me, so I put it off until today. We're going to talk about upcoming rules and changes for Europe, because the ones in the United States are dead. You don't even need to worry about those anymore. Other than the UL listing for batteries and motors, and that's a done deal. They did pass that before President Trump fired the 3 Democratic aligned regulators, and they're going to stay fired because it was the Supreme Court said that he was allowed to make decisions like that. So whether they're replaced or not, I don't know. Probably will be. But they're not going, they already voted not to go forward with any other changes to the e-bike regulations. So basically you're at the mercy of your state if they decide to change the rules for what's defined as an e-bike. In Europe, they're working on new rules because up to this point, the European community had all kinds of different rules, and now they're trying to unify them. And Bosch e-bike systems are the driving force behind that. They want to protect their market share and their bike technology and all that. They just don't want any Chinese crap coming to the country, even though it still comes. It's usually ordered from a country that doesn't have regulations and delivered and so on and so forth. Yeah, you can make a Bosch bike faster if you want to put a speed box or one of those other kind of things on there. Or you can move your wheel sensor and a wheel magnet to your bike crank arm, and it'll think you're running a tiny little wheel and let you go probably outrageous speeds. But there's a downside to that you will end up shortening the life of your motor. This motor hasn't had any maintenance done on it, but I haven't really rode it much in mud or rain. A couple of times in the rain, but I don't have any noises on it going through in it. And when I do, I'll buy the rebuild kit and just rebuild it. It's really simple. Usually it's the drive side bearings that go bad, and they make a new cover and bearing and gear set that just take the old one off, put it on, grease it before you put it on, and put it into the e-bike. And as long as you don't have any other damage in there, then you're probably good to go. It's about $230-$40 for the motor cover, and I think they're pretty close to most of them. As long as you're talking about the same generation, the motor covers are pretty much the same. Not the left side, but the right side. So I do plan on doing some work on this bike here in the next week. It'll be a long video because I'm going to do it all at once. I'm going to replace the cassette body, the cassette body, the chain, and the front sprocket. The chain wheel, it's time, 7,500 miles or thereabouts. So I think we're 7,440 or so. So, and it's got a little over 3,000 miles on this cassette and this chain. I'm going to tell you the Shimano stuff. If you buy the stuff that ain't made in China, which probably almost all of it is anymore, except for the higher end. But I have a Diori derailleur, a Tiagra level cassette, and a Diori chain. So HG54 10-speed chain, a HG500 cassette, and an HG 5130, I think, is the model number for the, it might be 5120 derailleur. we're gonna have to start looking at rotors too. They're starting to show their signs of wear on them. There isn't a lip yet, but it's getting close. So the it is a Dynasystem drive system, and there is a little shifting dysfunction there. It's not very much. It's a little slow shifting up and a little fast shifting down, and it really doesn't matter how I adjust the derailleur. It seems to be that way. It could be just the fact that I have a lot of cable in housing, and these systems really aren't designed to work with all the cable housing that they put on e-bikes. There's cable housing that runs from the derailleur all the way up to the shifter, and that does add friction to it. So it shifts fine for me. It's a little, like I said, a little slow shifting up, and if I adjust it so it shifts up like it should, then it doesn't shift down like it's supposed to. So I have my feeling that the HG500 cassette spacing is a little off, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine for me. But I am going to just try changing the chain. I won't do that on camera. I'll try changing the chain and see if it will work with this cassette body still, or this cassette. But my experience is once you go over 2,500 miles on a chain or a cassette, it's going to be a little rough, especially the gears that don't get used very much. And on this cassette, it's only the 10th gear doesn't get used much. I could probably go 25 miles an hour in the 10th gear if I could pedal that fast without the motor's help. But 19.7, it's done. So let's get back on topic. E-bike rules in Europe. Some countries are only allowed to go 25 kilometers or 15.5 miles an hour on their e-bikes. Other countries are 20 miles an hour, and they're going to try to unify those rules and set a hard limit for an e-bike. Instead of being nominal power rated like it is in the United States, they're going to rate theirs for max power, which is going to be limited to 750 watts, which is over horsepower. So that's what they're talking about, which is plenty of power. They can adjust a lot of things to keep that below that and come up with a bike that is very responsive. To give you an idea, the average human probably is only about 100 watts of power. An elite athlete, maybe a quarter horsepower, maybe a little more, but they're not much more than that. So at 250 watts for this Bosch active line, that's a lot of power for the average human to use. You can go nearly as fast as you want. This Bosch system has 4 assistant levels. Assistant level 1, which is called Echo, is 40%. So 40% of the input that you're putting in. The touring goes to 100%. The sport is 100 and I want to say 200%, and then the turbo is 250%, which equates to the maximum watt output of this active line is 340 watts. So, and some of the Bosch performance line speeds, they're already pushing 750 watts when they're fully powered. Otherwise, they're rated at 250 watts nominal, and then that's in the United States how we rate it is that way, whereas in Europe they want to rate it as maximum output. So there's a little differences. Will those standards come to the United States? First of all, the United States federal law already limits e-bikes to 750 watts. If you're riding bike that's over 750 watts, the nominal power rating, it's like you got 1,000 watt bike, you're already not riding an e-bike, you're riding a motorcycle or a e-moped if it has pedals. So, and that's the way it is. It's almost that way in every state. So I have my suspicion that there's probably states out there that actually have a lower standard. Wow, a jet. Oh, turboprop. A turboprop flying into the local airport. It's a rare occasion, occurrence around here. So Bosch is pushing for it, and there's 25 other 25 other companies that make e-bike parts that have joined with them to come up with some regulations for Europe wide that will change. Hopefully they go to 20 miles an hour, because there is that 15.5 or 25 kilometer rating that's crazy stupid. Most people can ride their regular bikes faster than that, and then to limit it on an e-bike to that kind of level, yeah, I just don't see. I know in England that it was that way for a while, and my understanding is from some subscribers that they're working on changing it to 32 kilometers an hour, which is the standard in the United States for a level 1 e-bike. Level 3 is allowed to go 28 miles an hour, but there's very few level 3 bikes out there that don't have a throttle, and a level 3 is considered an e-bike that'll go 28 miles per hour without a throttle. It's like this level 1 just with a 28 mile an hour speed limit. But most of the level 3 bikes that you'll see stickers on, we're all supposed to have a sticker on it describing the level of our e-bike. And very few manufacturers put them on there. This one doesn't. Okay. I'm going to call it quits on this video. I'm looking at it, it's 12:40. So, like, subscribe. You have any questions about the European standards? 750 watts, 20 miles an hour, and that's about sums it up. Go ahead and have a great day. Like, subscribe. You know what to do.